Hello and welcome to Vault Holocron. I'm Jonathan and today we will be discussing Zabraks. Zabraks have shown up a few times in the movies and have been seen as both Jedi and Sith. The most famous Zabrak is Darth Maul, but there are a lot of other Zabraks in canon. Zabraks were a near-human carnivorous species, which mostly had horns on their heads. The horns were usually more developed in the males, and in unique case of the Nightsisters, no horns grew at all. Although, Nightbrothers still had them. Zabraks also had two hearts, meaning they could go faster for longer, and almost all of them had tattoos. Zabrak's skin could be light to dark tones, red, orange and yellow, and their hair could be black, dark blue or purple. As you already know, Zabraks could be force sensitive, and interestingly, they've been seen using the force in many different ways. There are the Zabrak Sith like Maul and Ventress, Zabrak Jedi like Koth and Kolar, and Zabrak Witches like Talzin and Daka. As far as I know, this makes them the only species to have used all three. Also, as a bonus, here's a shot from the Clone Wars where Eve Koth was electrocuted. This shows an example of a Zabrak skeleton, although how realistic it is to their canon skeleton is unknown, as it was only used to show that Koth was being electrocuted. Next, I'm covering Zabrak society and culture. Zabraks were a colonial species, moving to and dominating many worlds. Zabraks are from Iridonia, and that's where most of them can be found, although there are some on Dathomir. Zabraks were very independent, often taking up roles where they didn't need to follow others. This was seen as foolish by other species, but Zabraks were proud of being survivors. This doesn't go for the male dathomirian Zabraks, as they didn't really have much of a choice, they had to serve the Nightsisters, and it also doesn't go for the Nightsisters, as they worked quite closely together and were quite a close group. Previously, I mentioned that most Zabraks had tattoos, and this is because it was a big part of their culture. Tattoos represented familial ties, or what a Zabrak wished to have. Now I'm going to go further into the dathomirian Zabraks, as they are quite unique and interesting. I'm going to start with the Nightbrothers. The Nightbrothers were very territorial, and did not take kindly to outsiders. They would though respect those who were powerful, even if they were an outsider. The Nightbrothers often fought in combat arena to demonstrate strength and prided themselves on how powerful they were. They would have to go through rites of passage to earn their place in their tribe, and this included face tattoos. The best Nightbrothers would go on to fight beasts known as chirodactyls, and if they survived, they were deemed worthy. Nightbrothers also used acid from Hydratis to paint glyphs. A rare few even became master calligraphers and were valued for their talents. This had to be done carefully though, in order to be safe, and also to maintain accuracy. The Nightbrothers were skilled warriors who were very agile and used multiple fighting forms. Some could even use basic force abilities like force pushes, and they could also be magically enhanced by a Nightsister, as seen in Jedi Fallen Order. Savage Opress also went through a similar ritual, where he was filled with the dark side of the Force. Maul, however, wasn't boosted by Nightsisters, and had his Force abilities naturally. A lot of why he is so powerful is because he was the son of Mother Talzin. Now I'm going to discuss the Nightsisters. The Nightsisters were female Zabraks who practiced the dark side magics. Their abilities came from the magical ichor from deep within their planet of Dathomir. Technically, they weren't the only ones who could use magic, but, just like the Nightbrothers, they didn't like outsiders, and were only loyal to each other. The Nightsisters could use magic to do many things, including summoning items out of thin air, and even reanimating dead Nightsisters into zombie-like warriors. Mother Talzin, one of the most powerful Nightsisters, could even summon a lightsaber, called the Nightsister Blade, and use Nightsister Force Lightning. Zabrak women who wished to join the ranks of the Nightsisters had to go through a trial, like how the Nightbrothers went through rites of passage. This involved entering the pools of Dathomir in a village called the Sleeper, and subduing a powerful creature and bringing back a body part. The remains would be turned into the Water of Life, which was used for magics, and the Zabraks who gave in to their fear would be dragged down into the depths and killed. Dead Nightsisters were hung on structures made of branches, bones, and animal skin, in pods which mimicked the trees on Dathomir. If a Nightsister used magics to reanimate the dead, then their cocoons would open up, and they would work as an army. By the way, if you find the Nightsisters interesting, then I did discuss them a bit in this theory video on the potential Mortis Mother, so you can go there next if you wish. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you've learnt a bit about Zabraks, and we hope to see you later at Vault Holocron.